not quite tall enough to get me in the shot. But that's okay. Hello and welcome to a new vlog. My camera's dead, so this is gonna be a quick intro. I've got my cute little patches on to get ready. It is Comic-Con weekend. I'm so excited. I'm doing a weekend of Wanda. So today we are going back to the 1970s and I'm dressing up as the 70s sitcom Wanda. I'm going to straighten my hair, I'm going to get my makeup done and get all ready. I'm so excited. I was going to take you along on the journey. Maybe I'll just do a time lapse because my camera is flashing at me that it's dead. But at least I remembered my SD card this time. But yeah, I'm going to start getting ready. It is pretty early in the morning. It is just turning 8 a.m. Had breakfast already. Going to drink my 2 shots of espresso and get ready for the day. I can't wait to show you the look. We need to leave in like 2 minutes, so this is a quick update before we get there, but this is the makeup. Tried to spray some orange in my hair. I'm not sure it's really giving, but this is the outfit and I love it. Got my fake little wedding ring on. I'm ready to go. Gonna zip up my suitcase and head on over. I'm so excited.
It's a job, you know, it's a job, and so it's not about, and sometimes actors do just, I mean, we break, because, you've got some of the most incredible actors in the world, or who have ever done it, working with you, especially.
Oh, dude.
And joy, to be the happiest person that I know, right? Don't we all want to be happy? Well, we all can be. Life is a choice.
In Phoenix today, correct. We brought the temp down a little for you.
I knew that. Oh yeah, on this thing?
No, I mean outside.
Oh, the temperature?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Dude, I've always been married. I've always seen Dick Van Dyke. I saw him last time I was here.
Oh, that's
Dick Van Dyke. one myself before we go to some people that are lined up out there that want to ask some questions.
I find that at my age, my short-term memory is terrible. But my long-term memory, I can't remember what I had for breakfast, but I can remember what happened when I was 15. Isn't that weird? Any old people out there? Isn't that the weirdest thing?
I can't remember what I walked upstairs for.
You're in trouble.
I am. He's right. He's right. You're absolutely right. So I think you'll get a lot of questions about a certain movie, Mary Poppins, but how I first fell in love with the actor Dick Van Dyke was watching the movie Bye Bye Birdie.
I got up and sang a song that, from, who am I trying to sing?
Was it Ray Bolger, the Scarecrow? You've got a good person.
That's
out there.
exactly right. Ray Bolger, I did, you know, what did he sing? If I only had a brain.
Yes.
I did, and I did a little bit of a soft shoe, and got Tyler Moore.
Was Mary your favorite?
Well, the thing, she was, I think, 23 years old, and Carl Reiner had been auditioning actresses, and he said there was something about, there was a ping in her voice that I liked. He said, I grabbed her by her head and took her to the producer, and she got the part. Now, she had never acted or done any comedy. She got it from the beginning. I mean, it was like Laurel and Hardy. It was so much fun. We worked together. We ad-libbed a lot and played a lot. She was just sensational. I loved her. Very quiet man. But once you get him talking about animation, he could go on forever. He was a sweet, sweet man. I just loved him.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. He was one of those 5 people you were talking about, but okay. And did you get to talk, help write some dialogue, change some things? You said there was a lot of ad-libbing, so how much of you was in there?
Yeah, well, during the week, during rehearsal, we changed constantly. Somebody would come up with a good line and we would change it. Carl Reiner was my favorite human being in the world. He's the nicest, most well-balanced, intelligent human being I ever knew. I learned so much from him. And Rob turned out to be pretty good too. What was it with, sometimes we'd have the trouble, after the last commercial, then there was a little tag that we had to come up with something. And it was a show where we'd been fighting through the whole thing and we made up. And we couldn't think of a line. We were sitting there and we thought, and I finally came up, my line was, can I still live here?
That's good.
Whenever I could come up with a punchline, I was so proud of myself.
It's tough. You're working with, you are one of the comedy greats. Carl Reiner, trying to beat that writing team on your staff? Ooh.
Yeah, we had great writers. He was very particular. He picked out guys whose the sense of humor matched his, you know. He just, his idea of what was tasteful and good was, he was a master. I mean, everybody that I worked with or knew is in heaven. I am the last one of my generation. Well, maybe there was 1 or 2 around.
Well,
I've outlived everybody. And if I'd known I was going to live this long, I would have taken better care of myself.
What was your experience like, and what were your favorite moments on the set, behind the scenes?
so from the movie Night at the Museum, which she loved with her father, what were some funny stories or fun scenes that you enjoyed when you were shooting that movie?
I can't remember. I didn't have a big part, but I just loved working with Mickey Rooney. Well, Mickey Rooney and I did a movie together about science fiction comics called The Comic. That's right, yeah. Hardly anybody ever saw that movie, and I thought it was good.
I want to say 1969 or?
Who knows?
Okay.
But I liked it because I thought the authenticity, we made it look like it was a silent movie. We speeded it up a little bit.
isn't too loud in these clips, but oh well. Hello. I thought I would close out my Comic-Con vlog, if you can even call it that. I don't know. I like went in with the intention to like really vlog a lot this weekend, and then I didn't vlog like at all. I did get a couple B-roll clips, so obviously I shared those, but yeah, I didn't vlog at all. So I thought I would just kind of talk about the weekend. Let's see. So it was a much smaller con than usual. Well, there was a lot of people, but like there weren't a lot of guests, to be honest. The Roomba tried to eat a piece of paper. Anyway, so like I said, it was a smaller con in terms of guests. My camera is crooked. There we go. That's a slightly less crooked. So there were only a couple guests that I was even interested in meeting. So going into the con, there were 3 people that I was interested in, and that was Simu Liu, as in Shang-Chi from Marvel, and then the iconic, amazing legend that is Dick Van Dyke, and then Shamik Moore, who plays Miles Morales. And then the day before con, I was checking the schedule and like adding everything to my list, and that is how I found out Shamik Moore had canceled. They didn't even announce it or anything, which I thought was incredibly shady. And then it took over a week to get our refund, which everyone else seemed to have gotten it a lot faster. But like, it just was very, very, very weird to me that I did not ever get an email. I did not get like a Facebook or an Instagram or even like a story post saying like, hey, he canceled. Like, I don't even need an explanation. Like, he probably is just busy or had something going on. I totally understand. But like, you should have said something, and they didn't, so that sucked. So of the entire like guest list, there were only 2 that I went into the con being interested in. So let's talk about it. Friday we met Simu Liu, got that photo op. It was so much fun. He was so sweet. We went to his panel. That was a really, really good panel. He was so kind and like stayed late to like finish answering all the questions, which was really cool. He told some really cool stories. Just overall seems like a really cool guy. And so I really enjoyed that. And that's pretty much all we did on Friday. We shopped around a little bit. And then at nighttime, I went to this like Taylor Swift panel, which I was excited to see something Taylor Swift like on the list, but it didn't end up being exactly what I thought. The description was like, we're gonna look through all the costumes of the Eras tour, and I was expecting like a deep analysis of every era's costumes and like a PowerPoint. Like, I was expecting to be taught. And then when we got there, it was just like, they were just chatting. And like, they were like, oh, and fun fact. I'm like, it's not a fun fact. I already know that. I need you guys to like be on another level. And they weren't, but it was still cool to see some Swifties. There were some cool Taylor Swift costumes there. And I did trade some friendship bracelets. I made some the night before. And then I got this one from a trade, which is super cute. It's not gonna focus on something like a bracelet, is it? Swiftie. Which other one? Oh, this, did I make this? I might have made that one. I don't think I made, did I? Oh, this is a, did I only get one bracelet? So I feel like the rest of these are mine. Yeah, well, actually, I'm not sure if I made this Barbie one. No, I did make it, because those are my, so I guess I only got one bracelet, and the rest are mine. But I gave away quite a few of mine, so that at least I got to do that. I was trying to remember if this con one's mine, but yeah, so I guess these are all still mine. But I will probably, a lot of these I'll just, you know, put in my collection to bring to the tour in October, except for maybe the ones that say Fan Fusion. So yeah, they made a big deal about like, oh, we should all trade bracelets, I saw online. and I didn't really see anybody doing it other than the moderators up on the stage, and like that's great, but I'm not up there. I'd never like meet the moderators, and yeah, but I love bracelet making, so I guess it's fun. I just need to get back to a Swifty place where I can actually trade bracelets. And I'm actually excited because when I went to the Eras tour, I was night 2 of the entire tour, so like bracelets weren't quite such a thing yet. Like I had them and I traded a couple, but like not as many people were in on it yet. And then Friday night, we also went to one of the little like dance parties they have. That was really lame. I will not be returning next year unless they get a new DJ, because the music was horrible. And we gave them the benefit of the doubt and went to Saturday nights too. Music was still horrible. But anyway, on Saturday, we, I cry thinking about it. We got to meet Dick Van Dyke in the morning and get our photo op. I was like literally like deep breathing, like trying to calm down the whole time waiting in the line. I was like, I just want to like, you know, get to the photo and really like be there. And then I can cry after. And that's exactly what I did. It was amazing. He loved our costumes. I was dressed as the Scarlet Witch, and my mom was dressed as the TARDIS. And it was just such an honor to meet him. I can't even put it into words. So then literally the second like we stepped off the square for the photo op and you're grabbing your bag, tears instantly. So that was fun. I loved it. And then my mom and I ended up buying last minute a photo op for Michael Rooker as well, who is from The Walking Dead and also plays Yondu in Guardians of the Galaxy. Because he was here some years back and we didn't get it last time, so we're like, might as well now. So we did that right after Dick Van Dyke, and he is such a sweetheart. We actually had to do that photo twice because the camera malfunctioned. But like he was so nice, so patient, gives really good hugs, so that was fun. And then that day we went to his panel, and his panel is always crazy. He's always walking around, and I know he stresses out the security guards because he doesn't stay on the stage. And then, like I said, we went to the other dance party that night, which was boring. So, and then went to bed by like 10 p.m. And then Sunday, it was Dick Van Dyke's panel, and that we had to line up really, really early for that one. So his panel's at 10:30. We got in line at like 9:15 a.m. and that was even like a little bit later than I had wanted to get there. And it was still like, I was probably like, there were probably 200 people in front of me, 100, 200 people. But we got in the main ballroom, which is what I wanted, because they had his panel in the big ballroom, and then they were broadcasting it to the other ballroom as well, because the main room did fill up. So I'm guessing they started putting people in the other room. So, but that was amazing. That was my favorite panel of the weekend, just because it's Dick Van Dyke. So like, how do you get better than that? And then also on Sunday, we walked around a little bit, and then I did get to go to one writing panel, which was actually a pretty informative writing panel. I did like it. It was about just kind of forming female characters in your books and like how to do that, basically. And it was with Gwenda Bond and, oh, I forgot the other names, but it was with 3 authors. Gwenda Bond is just like the easiest name to remember. It was Heather something, and then there was a guy who writes a bunch of Star Trek novels. And yeah, and they all had really interesting things to say. And I think overall, I think this con went very, very smoothly, other than the Shamik Moore like shady canceling. Not shady on his part, shady on the con's part. I think it went really smoothly. I think next year I want to spend a lot less time in the vendor section. Oh, I forgot to say, on Saturday I also got my books signed by Tracy Wolff. I'm bummed I didn't get to go to a panel with her because I would have loved to hear her speak. Tracy Wolff wrote the Crave series, which are moving up my TBR. I feel like that would be a really fun read soon, especially because there's so many books in the series. But and she was so sweet. Anyway, next year, I think a goal will be, the vendor hall is just too much. I don't enjoy it. Like there's too many people, there's too many booths. I think they have like increased the number of people that they allow to like get a booth and sell things. And I feel like that there should be more, like, they should be more selective in who they're allowing to have a booth and sell things. Just in the way that, like, I don't think there's enough room for that many people. I think they could literally cut the amount of vendors in half. And I think maybe not completely in half, but like they could cut quite a lot. And I think it would work better because there'd be more room to walk. There's too many people and too small of walkways. And then it, like, you'd actually get to look at everyone's booths and be like, and get to like make decisions. Oh, but I want to try this, I want to try that. But with the amount of vendors there were, it was just like, there's too many things for me to even look at. I don't want to look at anything anymore. Like, it was just overwhelming. And I also had a migraine on Friday, then I had a migraine on Sunday. So that also didn't help. But I looked around a bit and I got a couple things which are in my room. I didn't get a lot. I got a little Eeyore Pop Funko as a keychain, and I got a Miles Morales bookmark, and then I also bought a book by Melissa Marr and had her sign it. But that's it. Like, there was nothing I was super interested in. We didn't spend a lot of money, which I'm actually quite proud of. We didn't buy a lot of merch, and we actually didn't buy food inside the place at all, other than ice cream. We just brought food and then ate dinner at the hotel. But yeah, I wish there was less. So with that being said, my goal for next year, a lot of the reason I don't end up going to a lot of the panels, especially like the writing panels, is that like I'm the only one interested necessarily. So like maybe like next year we just like split up and do what we each want to do. I feel like that might be better. So we'll see. But now we are a year and a week away from our next con, because next year's is going to be in June, which I actually think will be better. But anyway, I had a lot of fun. It was still a lot of fun, migraines or not. I got to meet Dick Van Dyke, so that was like literally the highlight of my life. So there is a romance author con coming up in February, Windy and Wild, or Wild and Windy, one of those. And I am considering going. It's just so freaking expensive compared to Phoenix. So I paid $75 for the whole weekend ticket at Phoenix Comic Con, and the Wild and Windy is $175, which is just, it seems criminal to me. And like on top of that, you'd have to actually buy the books that you're getting. So like, it just seems like way too much. I feel like the event ticket should be $50, and then you know, you go in and buy stuff. So oh well. I hope you enjoyed. Sorry I didn't vlog very much, but I'm hoping to get back into my routine. I'll start a reading vlog probably next week, and I have a lot of editing to do from my last couple weeks. So I hope you enjoyed. Like, share, subscribe, and all that fun stuff, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.